What's up, people? Nitro Nation Muggy Maniac is all over the place today. It is Brappy Saturday. Was going to do a little running. Actually, it is awesome day out today. But I have a certain package that I believe just arrived. If you notice, there is no vehicles in the what we call the makeshift cave. This is the cave away from caves. When I'm over the peeps from now on, when I come out here, as I am right now, at least I know I got a place to do my wrenching. Mom knows Muggy likes to wrench. Her son likes to turn wrenches, keeps him out of trouble. She just doesn't know how much I spend. Speaking of spending, we have a special package, I believe, just arrived. Let's go check. And I'll give you guys a little tour of the place. Daughter's messy room, she's cleaning. One of the kitties. Socks. This is Socky Boy. Say hi, Socks. Good cat. And he's the only one around I see. Anyway, this is the loft. Parents had a really cool custom paints. Actually, let me show you this real quick. I don't know how many thousands this cost to do, but anyway, this is like the theater room. We haven't used it in a while, but that's supposed to be Pops, Mom, my niece, and my nephew. That TV, like 80, we haven't used that in a long time. It's one of those old school Sonys. It's not a projector, it's a tube. It's huge. Anyway, Pops is helping my brother out at a race I was going to go to, but because of the pandemic thing, there's no spectators allowed, so my dad was like, he's supposed to be like part of the crew. Anyway, this is the front room. I'll give you guys let's take a quick little tour downstairs since nobody's down here. This is the front. Here's another mural. I forgot the name of the guy that did this. This one was like $2,000 or something. This was all free-handed. That's supposed to be my mom. Obviously, that's not her maiden name, but because it's my stepdad. That's his last name, Turner. This is, you guys can see. Let me turn the light on here. Give you guys a quick. By the way, this is going to be about an hour video. I got a really huge unboxing, a special one-of-a-kind. I don't know if it's one-of-a-kind, but I've never seen one like this. I call it probably one of my biggest nitro archaeological finds of this year. So anyway, this is the wine room. This was all custom done. This is they call it a captain's door because it has this little thing you open up here. I'll give you guys a tour of the backyard because that's where we're going to do the unboxing. Anyway, this is my mom's diva cave. Yes, you heard that. My mom has her own diva cave. She's all, hey, if your dad can have a man cave, why can't I have a diva cave? She has a fireplace, though. My pops don't have that. Anyway, a little warm out today. Not too bad. But anyway, get back in here. Let's go to the front and see if I think my package is here. Anyway, this is the wine room. This was all custom done wine tasting. Anyway, this is the downstairs, front living room, quick pan view of the kitchen, good sized kitchen, garage over there, laundry room, dining room. This is the front room, and this is the front door. You guys have seen a picture of the house before. Is anybody out here? Give you guys oh, my brother, he has his Harley over here. So anyway, this is the neighborhood. It's the front of the house. There's Pop's Porsche. This is a 911 Carrera. He's been driving it lately though. He's finding out that if you let these things sit for too long a period of time, no bueno. That goes for any car. your oil starts to separate. But anyway, where's the package? I said it got delivered. Oh, snaps! Here it is, people. Alright. Let's go around. We'll go around the back so I can give you a little quick tour of the backyard. Where are we at? 5 minutes? Alright. Okay, this is going through the back gate. Alright. This is the 50-cent tour. And after I'm done, you're going to want your money back. My dad has this little makeshift gate thing on here. I don't know why he put that on there, but anyway. We'll just keep that hooked on. Okay. This is when you get out of the pool. Kind of cool. Lion's head. This is a shower, so you can come shower. This is where I just showed you. This is the back part of my mom's, what she calls Diva's Den Only. Woman cave. Tell you, man. If moms ain't happy, nobody's happy. Dad's been, some of the stuff I've been helping my parents do. My dad and I have been planting a lot of tomatoes and various vegetables. We've been doing a lot of the landscaping. Have a lot of cool stuff back here. There's the patio. There you go, people, right there. Yes, we are Republicans and huge Trump supporters. So, sorry if you're not. If you're a left-wing liberal, you probably are one of my thumbs down or one of my haters. Anyway, this is the pool. You guys have seen me in this plenty of times. There's the patio of my parents' master bedroom. This is underneath the patio. It's a little warm today. Actually, a little warmer than it was yesterday. There's another picture of the pool. Got a waterfall there. This is some kind of, I think this thing heats up or something, like a little fireplace type thing. Anyway, and this is the man cave. Oh, snaps. Yep. Pops has got, let's set this package down over here. Okay. Pops has got a really killer setup. Let me show you this. This is, we gotta clean this. This is copper sink. This here is the burner, so if you wanna, you know, do some sauteing of whatever. Got the full-on barbecue. Oh yeah, get that. Well, that might be fired up tonight. Wine refrigerator. Matter of fact, I need to grab me an energy drink. Yep, party like a rock star, baby. We are watching. What is this? The cat guy. I forgot his name. Cats from Hell or whatever. This is a smoker. So we got a smoker right here. Smoke text. Alright, people. If you notice, we have a makeshift cave. Makeshift nitro setup out here. So if you guys remember last video, we ripped the Mugen. These engines here are kind of the welcoming committee because there's two engines in here. One of these engines is very, very, very special because it's a very rare engine. I never thought I would own one of these. I always wanted to own one. Seen plenty of videos of similar motors to this, but I've never seen one like this. So I don't know if it's, I could say it's one of a kind, but it's very rare. Let's turn the light off now. Very rare. So we're also going to go under the hood of the 5E, show you where I'm at on that. But we'll start out here. Since this was the last whip we ran, the Batter-Asser Mugen MBX 7RT Race Truggy. And she did well. She did very well. I didn't break anything. I feel the front pillow balls. Good thing about pillow balls is you can tighten them up. They feel a little loose. I don't like that. A little bit too loose for me. But other than that, this wing has been beat up. And it's not the wing that's getting bent. Because like I told you guys before, there should be, if you could see that, see how it's uneven? This wing, and it's not the wing, it's the wing stay. I got to replace this. This wing stay here is just tweaked. So we're going to get a new one. And that way this thing will be straight again. So what did happen, I will show you guys. Let me see if I can take one of these off. Take one of the rear hubs off. I ordered another set, 2 sets actually, just in case. What happened is these pins right here, there's a little lock nut that's supposed to be on the end of it. You guys can see that right there? It snapped off. That's what made it come out. If these were plastic hubs, they probably would have busted. There's no damage to my arms. The arms are fine. So I ordered some new bushings. I need some new ones anyway. There's little bushings that go inside of here. And I ordered 2 of these. Actually, I ordered 2 sets of them, so 4 of them. So I'm going to just go replace both the back ones and I'll have another set. But other than that, that's the only thing that happened. So she did very well. This RB modded Pico P328 is a nasty, nasty engine. I did clean this whip pretty good. The only thing I didn't do is take out the radio tray, and I didn't thoroughly clean the front clip. I cleaned it really good. As far as I aired it out really good. The back's fully clean. I did do the pipe, as you guys can tell. Got the Blue Magic 2148 Triton pipe. I got 2 more of these pipes coming. Another one of these, and the 2034, which is more of a. From what Lance says, it's similar to the 9901 Super Strong. So it's got a little bit more mid and top. But the 9901 Super Strong, I like it. I think it's got all around power. So next down the line here is we have the Techno NT48 or NB48.3. The NT Truggy, when I'm going to go make a trip on Monday, go pick up my mail and some stuff, because I'm going to probably be out here at my peeps another week or so. But I am going to, I don't know if I'm going to take one of these back. I might take the Techno Buggy back, although I've got brand new arms. Let me show you these. I just got these in. I got a lot of goodies coming too, so stay tuned. I spent almost $200 on tools, and tools is a must. You want to wrench people like a professional, not a Neanderthal, not some caveman. Okay, these are brand new front arms for the Techno. Now, replace these ones are brand new. I just replaced the rear arms. I'm thinking of replacing there's nothing wrong with them, except they're scuffed up on the bottom. I want to replace on both the Truggy and Buggy A, B, C, and D pin carriers. Okay. I'm thinking about replacing the shock towers on the Buggy, because they're just really. I polished them with Blue Magic. Actually, they look really nice, but you can see where they're just really worn down, especially on the edges. So I'm going to just replace those. We got new arms. Also, what else? I think I got something else in there. Oh, highly recommend. These are associated speed bits. They gave you 5 of them. 1.5, 2.0, 2.5. They give you ball ends, and they give you 2 ball ends. So you get 2 ball ends and 3 regular hex. $25, maybe. It says It's weird. It says FT, factories, whatever, but they're associated. These are the same speed bits that are in that $35 hand driver that Mr. Azaz said he built 2 kits with. I still yet to get one of those. I might get one of those next. But anyway, so those are that right there. Also, I highly recommend, I got some more fuel line. Highly recommend Dubro. I love Dubro. Never had any issues with it. Dubro fuel line is bomb. What else do I got in here? I think I got some other goodies in here. Oh, these are just, well, those fit scale stuff, so we'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, I've also, what else did I order for this? This one here doesn't have an engine in it, if you notice, because one of these engines that are in this box will be in here. So the other one is going to be sent away because it needs to get supersized. Now this is the Kyosho MP9TKI4. I got it all done. She is ready to roll. If you notice, she has a RCR modded 28.8 Rex Legend. Let me show you underneath the hood. The only thing that we were missing was the electronics. I did order a couple other things. I ordered the brand new, there's the little, I call them bearing condoms. These ones are kind of worn. I'm going to replace all of them. Also the rear in the hubs, inside of the hubs, the little inserts, I'm going to replace those. So anyway, we have got the Cavalieri, Savox Cavalieri servo in here, and we got the 130. Cavalieri for throttle, 130 for steering. Now, I have yet to run either, well, I ran the 130s briefly, but I really haven't had a chance to really test them, so I'm going to continue to run the 130s, and I've never ran the Savox Ryan Cavalieris. Who is Ryan Cavalieri? FYI, they call him the GOAT. One of the greatest of all time. He used to race for Associated. Now Ryan Cavalieri is with S-Works. So we have the modded RCR modded 28.8 Rex Legend. We also have the 9886 999. It's 51021, but it's 9986 Super Strong 41032 header. We've got the low-C clutch inside of here. Or no, do I got the low-C clutch or serpent clutch? And we are running a 14 pinion. So she is ready to rock and roll. Oh, hold on. Let me show you guys the... Now I got the Fly Sky FS. FS. Fly Sky NB4 Noble. Okay. Here, let me put the camera over here. You guys can see that. So we got the servos hooked up. By the way, I love this radio. I highly recommend it. I was just talking to Lead RC, and you know, he just got one of those Fatabas. He said he will never, ever buy another one. They don't. The Fatabas, they don't even give you a rechargeable battery. They don't have they don't have half the things that this thing does. This thing is just sick. Okay. The thing that I really like about this radio is when your your battery gets low. He told me to run both the power bank on the bottom and the top. But if you don't, Elite, I just talked to him. By the way, shout out to Elite RC. Shout out to 1/5 RC. I talk to those two guys pretty much all the time. Shout out to also Mr. Nitro Mike. I know he's trying to work out the kinks on that LRP 32. He has yet to taste an Italian engine, and I keep telling him, man, you don't even know until you get in. Once you get an Italian engine, forget about it. So I'm like, can you guys see? Why is it so dark? Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, this radio is just bad-arasser. But when the radio gets low, you can turn this on or off. But if it's off, this gets low, you turn this on and it recharges it. Like you're talking 4,300 milliamps. You know how long this thing will last fully charged? Like months. You don't have to charge it that often. So, as you guys know, I will not be running any switches. So I set this up. I like the Kyosho receiver boxes because you can just open them up and plug your stuff right into them. So let's plug my receiver in. Turn the battery on. Okay, let's leave this up. Oh, this battery is only like my receiver battery right now. It's like half charged. This is the 130.
which is the 100. That's what we want to see. I completely empathize with Ms. Believe me, I've been down this path before.
Man, this thing just springs back. I think I need to adjust the
work for reward.
sensitivity in the steering. This thing is really sensitive right now. I actually had to, I'm only at, I think, 40% steering on both, left and right. Not bad though. Here, check out the throttle. This is the Cavalieri. So we will be running this, not today, definitely. What's tomorrow? Sunday? We'll be running this thing Sunday. You guys know I don't like to run whips. When one whip's dirty, I don't run another whip until that whip is clean. That's the way I've always been. Sometimes every once in a while I'll run 2 whips and have both. It's too much work. So I spent all day cleaning that one. So now we are going to... Why is my... This thing keeps not adjusting to the... It's like shadowed. I hope you guys can see okay. But anyway, so... we will be running the MP9 TKF4 tomorrow sometime. She's ready to rip, people. And we will be ripping the modified 28.8 Rex Legend. She is smooth as butter. Ready to rock and roll. So, all we got to do is charge the battery. But everything went. The only thing that I complain I have is these Ryan Cavalieri servos do not, they come out of the box with like a 2-inch lead coming off of it. So, like if I was going to run this servo on the steering, I can't. The receiver box is here. It wouldn't reach. I called Amy and complained about it and said, listen, I spent $100 on a servo. I would expect if it did need an extension, wire extension, that Savox would give it to you. They don't. I think it's so, another, you know, again, I think Savox dropped the ball on that one. The only reason I got these Cavalieris is I got 2 of them. I got another one that should be here Monday. I got 2 of these Savox Cavalieris for $140. And they're normally a little bit under 100 a piece. Same as the 130s. Oh, and the big difference, the ProTech 130s, they will give you a aluminum servo horn, which is this. Savox gives you dick, nothing. They gave me actually stickers, which is cool. So I guess maybe it evens out, because you guys know I love stickers. They give you stickers, no aluminum horn. No stickers, aluminum horn. So anyway, so that's the KO show. The Legend 8-time world champ. Oh, another thing's kind of weird too, is if you guys notice, I don't have an antenna. There's no antenna, and because I already made a hole in here, all I did is just, I found like a plastic or rubber deal, and I just capped it like that. So, but it's kind of weird not having no antenna. So these are wireless. I checked them. They're good for about close to like 800 feet, probably more. Farther, put it this way, I can't see it, and it doesn't lose signal. So anyway, that's that. So that's what's going on with that. Might as well go over the whips before we get into this unboxing. Now, as far as the 5B, oh snaps! Isn't she looking sexy? Isn't she just looking like a sexy beast? So we have the anodized billet aluminum wheel nuts. I just got those. Obviously, as you guys can see, we have the billet aluminum shock perches. Those are on there now. Got them all the way around. Check out the rear. Okay. She just has a sexy rear end, man. Come on, people. Is there any doubt that this is the freaking baddest, asses, 1/5 RC you've ever seen? The 5B, there's just not, it's in a class all by itself. There's nothing that this you compare this to. I mean, this thing is just badass. carbon fiber. You can see it. This is the first time I brought it outside. You can kind of see it a little bit better. This thing, when I get it painted, we're going to start, I got to do the electronics. I haven't had time to do that. I'm going to try to do that this weekend. So I need to hook up all the electronics, hook it up to the Fly Sky, because the Fly Sky MB4 is going to be for the Kyosho buggy, and it's going to be for the 5B. So anyway, and then I'm going to start ventilating the body. I got to do a lot of ventilation. I got to do all kinds of louvering in here, here, here. This because everything's enclosed. You need to have lots of airflow through here. I thought about cutting this out, and like a lot of people do, put a mesh in here, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather just drill holes about the size of my finger all in here. So anyways, take off the body, get a closer look at her. So we got the carbon fiber throttle brace, which is going to go right down in here, and that's going to keep the throttle servo from moving around. There's the battery that I will be running. Spectrum 3000 milliamp 2S Lifey. Because why? Because it saves lives. These are the little pieces that I need for the servo horn to fit in there. Look at that sexy center diff. Is that a badass center diff? This is just a sexy vehicle, period. I think this vehicle is the sexiest fifth scale out there. And wait till I get done with the body, it's going to be even badasser. This thing is just, she's just badass. Look at those meats on it. I can't wait to hook these things up. I talked to Sean and Dave at OBR, or Sean and Dan, I should say, at OBR. And is it Dan or Dave? Get them mixed up. I think it's Dave at OBR, and Sean is the owner. And we will begin the build of my engine in the next month. We will start building it. This thing looks sick. She is one badass whip. And the engine that I'm going to get, it's going to have a red and white, or I think red and black engine skin on it. So okay, we're at 27. All right, let's continue on. Hold on, 1 second. Put you guys right here. Put this body back on. Alright people, are you guys ready? LRP modded 32, RCR modded, RB modded, 28.8 Rex Legend. Oh, by the way, I did a crank fill. At the beginning of the video, you've probably seen, or try to get it in the video if you've seen it. It's the crank for the Virtus. I did a crank ramping on it. It's cured for 4 days. 3.5, 4 days. Now it's back in here. Hopefully sometime next week we'll run this. Maybe I'll run this in the Techno buggy. But anyway, and then we have my favorite .21 pipe all time, 9901 Super Strong header with that, 41021. This is the Elite. I'm going to do a crank ramp on this because I did a little bit of porting and crank work to this. I want to do a crank fill on this as well. So anyway, we have this laid out. I might, if I have time, take apart one of these engines. But anyway, without further ado, let's open this thing up. Okay, where's the... Get my little trusty... Alright, hold on people. Let me set you here. You guys can see. You guys can see okay down in there? Down that way? Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? 30 minutes? Pretty much? Okay. Oh, it's getting right undone. Oh, snaps, people. What is that? Is that the baddest Chinaman around? Oh snaps. LRP .32 Spec 4. Okay, this was one of the old runs. Shout out to my brother from another mother, Dustin Hodgkinson. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Dustin Hodgkinson. Okay, go check out his channel. He's the one that hooked me up with these engines here, man. And God bless him. I paid about what you would normally pay for this, but he threw in a bonus. Oh, snaps. Ceramics, people. Full ceramics. I'm not sure which kind they are. All I know is these are front and rear ceramics for the LRP 32. So what I wanted to do maybe is open it up. We just broke the seal. This thing is brand new, okay? First time opening. Brand new. Oh, snaps. There it is. The LRP 32. Oh, heck yeah. We got the Venturi. One of the Venturis. We got a colic. Instructions. Oh, another Venturi. What Venturi is this? Oh, 7.5. We won't ever use that. Well, we'll use the 7.5 for the break-in. And I believe it comes with a 9 on it. So, and then we'll throw the 9 on it after it's done. Yep, 9.0. Man, it's such a beautiful engine too. It's a shame that they just did a terrible job as far as the motor engine work on this thing. Okay, so let's look how these stickers, they always end up on the sides. They don't supposed to go up top here. Has a plug. Has a plug. Doesn't have a turbo head, which I don't understand. How could you make a beautiful engine like this and not put a turbo plug in it? Beyond me. So, but it has a plug in it. I have 2 or 3 extra R5s, which is the ones I highly recommend them. The highly recommended for these engines are the Iridium Platinum LRP R5s. Oh, and don't forget, we got some stickers. Oh yeah. So anyway, that's cool. We got ceramics for it. If we get a second here at the end of this, I would like to open this up and I want to see what the internals of this look like. I am going to install ceramic bearings, okay, like a professional, with the red bearing puller and installer, highly recommended. Takes out bearings and installs them in 15 minutes. I can take the bearings out of this, take the old ones out, put the ceramics in 15 minutes. Piece of cake. Okay, and if you guys notice, those are the other 4 engines, plus this one would be, oh, there's, 4 engines. This one will be engine number 5, okay, and we're waiting for one more engine for this that's coming from New York. Probably will be here next week sometime. We'll unbox it when it gets here. I was going to wait to unbox these 2 engines when that one came, but I'm not going to wait that. I'm not going to wait another, 3 or 4 days to open up this box, because the engine in here, I'm highly anticipating it. Some of you guys know what it is. Some of you guys don't. You will see what it is. Of a kind, like I said, to me, this is more or less an archaeological find. Okay? To me, anyway. So, yeah. Let's check out this engine. Oh, snaps. You guys ready? Oh, what is that? Oh, looks like a Novorossi. What kind of Novorossi is that? Oh, that's a 28.8 Rex Legend. What? What? Is that a Truggy 4.6? I don't know. Is this a Rex Legend or is this a Truggy? I'm kind of confused. Not sure yet. Well, let's find out, people. Oh, snaps. That is a legend, people. Very rare. Try to find one of these things. Good luck. Especially right now. Now, do you notice what that says right there?
If you want to help them out,
NM? I think it's NM.
that is a great option.
That means that this engine, oh, and there's all the Venturis. See, they don't give you Venturis anymore from what I heard. A lot of Novorossi engines, no Venturis. There you go. And there's the most important Venturi right there, people. What is that? 9. A 9. Oh, snaps. Now, what we're going to do with this one, too, before I run it, I already ordered it. We're going to put ceramics in this, too. So, I got ceramic bearings. Probably will be here next week. This is not going to need to go anywhere. That LRP is going to RCR, like I said. Those 5 plus 1 more that's coming next week sometime when it gets here. Then I'm sending it to Lance. And then he has another engine that he has that he's doing special for me. So I'll be unboxing 6 badder-asser modified engines, okay, in the next couple weeks. So let's get back to this thing. Now, what makes this engine so special, you ask, right? Well, I'll tell you what makes this engine so special. Okay, first of all, this is a 2018, so it's not the older one. I wish it was. One way, obviously, to tell is the born on date. Also, I don't like this carburetor. This is my least favorite Novorossi carburetor. I mean, it works. It's okay. Oh, and also, by the way, on that RCR modded 28.8 Rex Legend, I have a prototype Novorossi carburetor. That carburetor on there, here, I'll show it to you real quick. I almost forgot about it. This carburetor, if you look, that carburetor is all plastic. Okay? Not all plastic, but it's close to a lot of plastic. This is the one that I got from Rhonda Drake and the Drake, Adam and Rhonda. She said it's a prototype Novorossi carburetor. So we'll try that out and see how it goes. But anyway, to get back to this. This is a Neil TNS modded 28.8. These are Neil's signature. There's another one right there. I don't know if it's N3 or N. I think he did it like that. Neil's, whatever his last name was. I don't know what Neil's last name is. I have also, he sent me a copy of the paperwork as far as this engine being, you know, legit. And it is a legit TNS modded. What I want to do, how much time do we got? Well, we got time. I want to take this engine apart and I want to show it to you guys. Okay, so that's why this is all like this. Let's pull this engine down. Hopefully I have the nut. Damn it. Do I have a engine? I don't know if I have an engine nut to do it. I'm going to need an engine nut. I might be able to pull it out because if I can't get the sleeve to come up, then I'm going to need to put an engine nut on here. So, alright. Why don't you guys hold on a second. Oh, wait a minute. I might have one. Here.
I'm John. This is my wife, Mary. We have 4 resident cats. Baby, Lily, Mabel, and Ginger.
Also,
No, I don't.
we have foster
Okay.
kittens.
No bueno,
and
people.
we have 1 long-term foster. Great.
Alright, so
He's a sweetheart. He's just friendly.
we're going to put a brake in this motor in this video. Be right back. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, people. Some real brapping. That'll put some hair on your chest right there. 500cc 2-stroke monster. Oh, yeah. And brappy to see ya. By the way, that and the CR are on my bucket list. When in doubt, Throttle out. Oh yeah. Just nastiness, people. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Alright, you guys ready for round 2? Mom's needed me to do something for her, so we had to take a little intermission. And what I did is it gave me a time to pull apart the brand new LRP .32 Spec 4. We're pulling out the regular bearings and we're installing ceramics. Okay, again, shout out to brother from another mother, one of my subscribers, Dustin Hodgkinson, I guess his name is. And where is he at? He's in Florida, man. This thing came from Florida. So anyway, he's the one that hooked me up with the Neil TNS modded 28.8 Rex Legend. Probably the last one of its kind. And he hooked me up with the LRP 32. Threw in some ceramic bearings. I got both these engines for next to nothing. And this one is the one that I'm really interested in. This is my second LRP 32. You know, check this out. Look at the cooling head on this. It's a different color. Look. This one's a dark. Can you guys see that? This one's dark anodized blue, and that one's like almost like a teal. It's kind of trippy. Same markings though. They have the what does it say? I don't know if you guys can see on the side the F17 markings that the LRPs do. Same as this one does. F17. So before we pull and install it, I'm going to show you how easy this Red's bearing puller, and it's a puller. It pulls bearings and it puts them in. It's a full bearing tool. This thing is badass. 10 minutes. Pull them, put them in. Work like a professional, people. Professional tools. Get some German drivers, MIPs. I've got some Protex coming. I spent almost $200 on tools, so hopefully, well, my mom's not around. She can't hear me say that. She'll come smack the taste right out of the muggy. But anyway, just kidding. Mom supports me. She knows this is my passion and what I love to do, and she knows that the joy that it brings me, and she knows it keeps me out of trouble, more importantly. So anyway, back to this engine. This was the one that I've been waiting for. I never thought I would get one of these. Always wanted one. Seen it run many times. Although I never seen anybody run this 28.8 Rex Legend. Mr. Za had the other style with the milled fins, the blue and the other one. I've never seen this one here ran, let alone taken apart. I don't think, unless you guys can find me a link, or I don't know, maybe I'm talking out my rear end, I've never seen anybody pull apart a TNS modded anything. So this is pretty much like the first time. You've seen it here first on the Muggy's channel. We are pulling apart and showing you the internals of a modified TNS 28.8 Rex Legend. I guarantee you, I've been looking at this thing. This thing is going to be a beast. We're going to compare it to the RB mods, and we're going to compare it to the RCR mods, which the RCR one, it's in the KO show. Another look at that sweet 8-time world champion platform right there. She's ready to rock and roll, people. She is ready to get busy, and what better to get busy with than a modded RCR 28.8 Rex Legend. And what do we got in there? What kind of pipe we got in there? Oh, is that the 9886 Super Strong and the 41032? Bet your nitro engine it is. This one doesn't have anything, so who knows? I might put in the Virtus, because like I said, the Virtus is ramped. Or I might put in the... this one's not ramped. I'm going to ramp that one. So I'm not... This one's not... I pulled this one out of the Techno Buggy because I'm going to ramp the crank on that. Let the crank has to set for 2 to 3 days, 4 days recommended. So we might either run the Virtus, or we probably won't want any of these new engines, because I don't know, I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to break them in myself or I'm going to send them to get a motor bath, because this one's going to get modded anyway. I'm just going to probably, this LRP32, this brand new one, I'm going to probably just pull the bearings out, steel bearings, put front and rear ceramics in it, and send it to RCR and have him mod it and bath it. So we'll have a modded 32 LRP 32 with ceramic bearings. I'd like to get the crank DLC coated, but it's pretty hard to find somebody these days. I don't know, I'm still talking to Lance about it. I wouldn't mind getting this crank DLC coated. So I mean, I could almost fill this crank myself, do a crank fill on it, do a little bit of work, and then, you know, throw this in this one here that's already modded. But I need to get another, I need to still find a crank for that. It's just impossible. If you guys know where I can get, or you guys can send me the info, I need a crank for the LRP 32 Spec 4. I heard the 30 fits too, but anyway. So let's get back to this one. Okay, let me show you. This is the block, obviously. There's Neil's, one of Neil's signatures. He signed it in a few places. There's one of his signatures right there. Okay, on the engine mount. Look inside there. Looks pretty fresh. This is going to have ceramic bearings in it too, so I might just keep it apart, because I'm going to throw ceramics in that too. Here's the crank. There again is Neil's markings. You can see the front. There is where I noticed a big difference in a lot of the, even on Lance's and Rick's. You guys see that? Look at that. He cut a lot into it. Obviously, there's the top. You can see where he's done some top. So, you know, like I said, Neil, from what I hear, like I said, I won't know until I run it. Neil, Lance said Neil was the closest, only person that was doing closest to what Lance is doing right now. But I noticed too, he didn't do a crank fill. So maybe because this is out, I might do my own crank fill. Crank and fill all my stuff. I might crank fill that myself. Yeah, because it doesn't look like Neil did any crank filling there. I mean, there's probably a reason. I mean, it doesn't have a huge pit in there, but I'm sure a small crank fill on this definitely will not hurt it, because it already has a ramp in it, so I don't think, you know, you don't need to do much of a fill, just a tad. Anyway, here's the piston. It looks like he did some lapping to it, because I know Neil did lapping. He lapped his pistons. So, I don't think that's a scratch. At least I hope not. Here's his marking again. There's his signature right there, Neil's signature. Let's check out the sleeve. There's the exhaust. Some of the, you can see where he did some nice fang work there. It looked like he almost either filled it or welded. I don't know. Guys will fill their sleeves and then grind them. But you can see he did some pretty decent fang work. Okay. And last but not least, he also signed the button head. And underneath this button head looks kind of cool. You can't see it, but these Novorossis, they have the metal color shims. I'm not sure what that is, the shim in there. So anyway, that is your TNS modified 28.8 Rex Legend. Okay, one of a kind. You seen it here first. First that I've ever seen on video of the inside of a TNS modded 28.8 Rex Legend. Everything looks really good. I'm impressed just by looking at it. The only thing that I'm not sure is why he didn't do a crank fill. Rick did a crank fill on the 28.8 on his, and Lance also did a crank fill on the his 28.8. There's a Kyosho down yonder over there. Okay, so anyway, now let me show you before we end this video, because it's going to be almost like, what are we at? 30, it's probably be almost an hour. Where are we at now? 12, well, we're about 40 something minutes. So if we can keep this thing around less than an hour would be good. So anyway, this tool, this is the part piece that pulls the rear bearing out. It has instructions. I'm not going to sit here and explain to you how to do it, but it's pretty easy. You just screw it down in there. Make sure that everything's tight. And then kind of just snug it, and then it extracts the bearing. This one kind of, wait a minute, this one's already loose, so we'll just pop this sucker out. Uh-oh. I had it on here. It's the one thing about these bearings, you don't want them coming out crooked. I think I loosened the tool up too soon. This should pull right out of there. So there you go. Nothing wrong with it. I'm going to keep it as a backup. Brand new LRP sealed bearing. Okay, now as far as the rear, you put them in one at a time. Here's the rear ceramic. There's the ceramic. So we're going to put that in, and to put it in, use this tool. This is just to pull the rear bearing out. So we don't need that no more. Back in the case. Now we're going to push, or actually we're going to put in the rear bearing. And as we're putting in the rear bearing, what it does, you just put it like this on there. What it does is it pushes the front bearing out. So it kind of does a dual purpose. So this piece where it's hollowed out goes on to push the bearing into. And I'm going to screw this in like so. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone. See, this is putting the bearing, can you hear that? Putting the bearing in. And we're pushing the bearing out at the same time. Should be. Oh, it's not all the way out yet. Tightening this up. Okay. That's it. Then you just unscrew this in, and the front bearing should be out of there. Yes, sir, Bob. And then when you go to put the front bearing in, just in case the rear is not all the way snug. Whoop, there's the front bearing. Put that over there. Here's the ceramic one. So we'll put this ceramic one in. And this is when you take, well, this piece, you take it out. And then you put it back in. I think the rear bearing looks like it's in there pretty good. But when you put the front in and tighten everything down, it'll snug it in again. So this is the front ceramic. Put that baby in there like that. Turn this around this way, like that. Tighten her up. Like some people say, if it ain't tight, it ain't right. So, and then I'm going to get a towel. Actually, I'll use this because it kind of hurts my hands because these things are skinny. So then you guys can see that. So now we're going to twist this and we're going to pop the front bearing in. And then we're going to tighten them both really good so we know the front and the rear are both in there good. Okay, now it's snug right now. Now I'm going to torque on it. Ah! Okay, should be in there. Torque on it some more, a little bit more. You guys can't see, I'm putting some nuts up behind this, some balls into it. Okay, it's pretty tight. It ain't going any tighter than that. Now you loosen it up. Take this piece off. And there you have it, people. What was that? 15 minutes. Take them out, put them in. Boom. There you go. Ceramic bearings in the rear. Ceramic bearings in the front. LRP 32. Now we just got to put all this back together. And put this back on here. Yeah, so I highly recommend spend the 90 bucks, especially if you want to change your bearings, which I recommend. I don't trust any of these bearings, especially any later engines. Quality control is not what it used to be, obviously. So there you have it, people. That's the deal, man. One of a kind. You've seen it here first. Modded TNS 28.8 Rex Legend. Either I'll break it in. Maybe I'll break it in because I've never broken in a TNS modded engine. And definitely this one's going to get bathed. So I'll break in one engine. I don't feel like breaking in two, and I don't need to, because if I'm sending this for Lance to mod anyway, I already asked him, he'll hook me up, so I don't think he'll charge, I doubt if he'll charge me to bath it. So we got an LRP 30, there we go, right there. We got LRP, these are all the engines we got, well, so far. There's one more that's not here yet. So we got the LRP 32, Pico 28 P3, 28, well, this one doesn't count because this ain't going nowhere. Okay, Virtus 21, that one's already, all these engines are already broken in except for the LRP. That's what I like. I'd rather have it done that way, even though they're still new. When I get them back, idle the tank, I'm done. So anyway, P5, Elite 5 off. One more engine is going to be in here. Plus I'm doing it, Lance is doing a special engine for me. So we will have in the next, let's see, yeah, in the next probably week or two. Probably not next week, but the week after. Definitely. We will have 7 modded RCR engines. There isn't any reason why, because somebody asked me, well, how many modded engines can you have? I said, not enough. Stock doesn't do nothing for me anymore, people. Don't get me wrong. Whatever floats your boat, if stock does it for you, great. All I'm saying is, If you've never ran modded, I recommend it. Because once you run real modded, and I don't mean just modded, 21s are okay. You know, yes, you can tell the difference depending on who does them. But when you run a modded beast like a 32, or a modded beast like a 28, or a modded beast like this one over here, you have no idea. You won't run stock very often, I'll tell you that. Stock doesn't do a lot for me. And I feel the way Mr. Zah, you heard him say it before, stock does nothing for him. Nothing. You know, I wouldn't say it doesn't do anything for me, but it doesn't do much. It'd be like riding like I said, the pea shooters, .21 is like rocking, even a badass .21 stock is like rocking a factory 125, and then when you rip a modded 28.8 or a modded 28 Pico or a modded 32, it's like going from a 125 factory two-stroke, which are badass. I rode them, but compared to a 500, it'd be like jumping on a 500 factory. It's not even the same, man. It's like going from a Volkswagen to a Lambo. Come on, man. So if you don't have modded engines, you have no idea. You don't know. If 21s do it for you, then that's fine. I'm not knocking 21s. I've got plenty of them, stock and modded. All I'm saying is, man, modded Italians or nothing. So anyway, that's all I got, people. We will catch you on the next one. Shout out again to those guys that I talk to every day. Elite RC, 1/5 RC, Nitro Mike. We talk periodically, although I know he's been really busy lately. He's trying to work out the kinks. And again, shout out to Dustin Hodgkinson. Go look up his channel. Give him some love. Give him a thumbs up. You know, subscribe to him, whatever. See, I won't ever ask for that for me, but I will ask that for you to help somebody else out. I don't care if you guys subscribe, unsubscribe, view, don't view me. I already know that people are going to watch me, okay? So I'm talking about, you know, I'm one of the very few, if not the only guy, going next level. Next level whips, next level engines, next level everything, man, okay? So anyway, again, if you want a badass radio for around 200 bucks, I highly recommend these, okay? This radio is sick. I'm going to get me another one. Alright, people, just remember, nitro is the glory, but e-buggy, e-word, does pay the bills. Alright, people, that's all the muggy's got. One more look at that. One of a kind, rare, freaking holy grail of modded engines. Oh! TNS modded 28.8. You seen it here first. Wait till we run this thing, and we're going to compare RB versus TNS versus RCR, and we'll see who's the baddest. Alright, people, that's all I got. Peace!